Alrighty, what's up? Peter Gilmore here. One more time for video number 3 on your Triple Threat Thursday, February the 16th, 2023. Thank you all for watching. Once again, this time on the Peter Gilmore Wrestling Channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to this channel and my other channels down below. In my pants. It's in my pants. Want to see it? Baby. But it is what it is. So, subscribe to this channel and my other channels as well down below. In the description box below. And as always, follow me on social media. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. But you gotta be real. If you're not, you can go fuck yourself and have a wonderful life. Well, actually not a wonderful life. You're gonna have a horrible life. Most of you, because that's what most of you will have, a horrible life, because you'll still be on YouTube doing the same shit, but you're probably in the slammer. But it is what it is. And that's it. But if you're real, then follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And share the video all over the internet. And don't forget to tap and slap that bell. Basically treat it like it's Susan and the rest of the trolls. Smack them up like they're bitches that they are. Because that's what they are, bitches. Slap them in the face. Turn on that bell. Well, hit the bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn video. And if you do, well, fuck you. Too goddamn bad. Because if you want to watch me so bad, then search my channels. And when you do, go to my live section, my shorts, or my video section. And my latest video will be right there, and my old videos will be there as well. So you can watch and enjoy the content. And if not, then hop off. Go do something else. Go jerk off to each other. I care less. Just make sure you wipe, and make sure you wash your hands. And that's pretty much it. So, do it now. If this is your first time watching, welcome to the party, pal! Hope you enjoyed the ride. It's a very bumpy one. So, strap in, grab a cold one. Got the Pepsi now, baby. Strap in, grab a cold one, and enjoy the content. And if you don't, like I said, get the fuck off. Go bother somebody else. But some of these people just can't learn to hop off. Because they love how my dick tastes, and they love my milk, and they love the gigantic D in my pants. That's why their mothers and their girlfriends continue to slide in my DMs. Because they can't, these people can't get laid, and can't get their own lives, because their lives are so full on YouTube. They're on YouTube almost all the time. I'm not. I got better things to do. I'm only doing 3 videos today because I have time. I have time. I don't want to get them out of the way because I want to have a good weekend. That's pretty much all I got to say about that. And we'll move on with that. And these people can't move on, then that's on them. It's not on me. What happens with their horrible future, which they really don't have. Because their threats and all this shit that they do on and offline is going to come back to haunt them. And this and that. They want to false flag my channels. I don't care. I'll make a new one. I'll make a new one. I don't give a shit. False flagging me for nudity on my Jerry Jarrett video. Yeah, that's gonna work. Good luck with that. Good luck with that, because now Susan is gone. You're gonna be gone too. Hopefully Neil, when he slides in, because he's now the CEO. I don't know what his first official duty is going to be, but number 1 should be getting rid of these mongoloid trolls. That's what the first thing he should do. But we'll have to see what happens with that. By the way, check out that video I did earlier in the night about Susan stepping down as CEO of YouTube. A glorious day for all us YouTube content creators. We were hoping this day would happen. 9 years later, it finally happened. So check out the video in the description box below. And hopefully Neil Mahan, or Mahone, whatever it is, whatever you want to prefer, does a better job than Susan. But give him 6 months. Give it 6 months and see what he does. And what if there's gonna be any good YouTube changes around here. But who knows? Who knows? And that's all I gotta say about that. Also, check out my video about Tim McCarver, legendary Mets broadcaster who passed away today at the age of 81. Video down below as well. And I was clothed. Don't worry about that. Because you're not gonna flag down my Jerry Garrett video. Ain't happening. And if it does, I don't even get a strike. I get a warning. And I can just re-upload it. So, ain't gonna happen, so. Keep doing your bullshit because I'm not giving two shits anymore. Bye! Bye and see you never. And if you think you're gonna do, I'm gonna come to New York with this guy. Alright. You can come to New York. Have fun. But you just remember, consequences will be coming your way. So, I advise you to just if you're going on vacation, then have fun. Just stay away from me, because you're going to regret it. And you will be humiliated again. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm just going to say. I'm not touching anything else. These trolls are done. They're done, and that's pretty much it. And that's all I got to say about that. Anyway, before I begin, I'm going to go take a bathroom break, so I'll be right back. Didn't wash my hands. Some of you people go to the bathroom and don't wash your hands. That's on you. Yeah, anyway, yeah, I just came back. I checked my phone. I got a notification on my phone. I got a text from my mom just now. Yeah. I just got bad news from my mom. My dad just got COVID. Fuck! So, yeah. Just hasn't been a good year. Good start of 2023, and I just knew it was not going to be bad. I can only imagine what the rest of this year is going to be, and already not looking forward to it. I know all the people like, oh, your dad got COVID. I hope you get it and die. That's what I hope. My dad's a strong man. He's gonna beat this, and he'll be fine in about 3 to 5 days. He'll be fine by the end of the week. Oh, by next week. He'll be fine by next week. But praise to my dad. So for all you great people out there, please say a prayer to my dad. So 1 like equals 1 prayer for my dad. This goddamn fucking virus continues to hound us, and nobody's even talking about COVID anymore, and people are still getting it. But at least my dad's fully vaccinated, so we'll see in the next couple days. But hopefully, everything's good. In the next couple days, I'm going to check on him tomorrow and through this weekend. And hopefully it'll be back up and running by, I would say by Sunday or probably by Monday or Tuesday. But he's a fighter. He ain't going anywhere anytime soon. We hope. And that's all I gotta say about that. I'm COVID free for now. I already got my COVID test like about a week or two ago, and I'm fine. I'm negative, and Rose is negative. Now I'm just gotta worry about my mom, because now she lives with my dad, and she gotta stay away from my dad for a while. So my mom might have to stay over with my sister. So she can come over here, but what it is what it is. We deal with it. We're gonna deal with this, and my dad's gonna be fine in a couple of days. And that's all that matters. Anyway, let's think positive thoughts and let's move on. All right, so like I said, watch my rest in peace video to Tim McCarver, for legendary Mets announcer, passed away at the age of 81. We don't know a cause of death for that. And then check out my epic video about Susan going bye-bye. So, videos down below in the gobbledygook. Okay? All right. Now, on video number 3 on your Triple Threat Thursday, on this February the 16th, 2023, 10:52 p.m. I'm going to get this out of the way because I'm going to edit this up a little bit, and then I'm going to probably be heading to bed soon because I got to get up in the morning because I got to go for a sonogram on my liver. Hopefully that doesn't give me bad news. I don't even need more bad news right now, but I mean, we'll see what happens, but you know, but pray to God tonight when I go to bed. Pray to God tomorrow morning when I hopefully I don't get bad news on my liver. I know I got a bad one, but hopefully they don't find anything bad in the liver. I might have stones in my gallbladder. Hopefully not. I feel fine. I'm just tired a lot, so I might have to cut down my junk food eating, but hopefully everything is fine. I mean, besides, me being allergic to wheat, peanuts, dust mites, well, mostly dust mites, and supposedly cockroaches. That video is still climbing, by the way. It's going over 600 views now. So, that's it. All right. Enough about that. Let's talk about some professional wrestling. The sport of professional wrestling. And right now, motherfuckers, it is time for your late and out-of-date AEW Dynamite and NXT reviews for February the 14th and 15th, 2023. All right, so NXT this past Tuesday, the Valentine's Day edition of NXT was all right. Had a lot of controversy going on, especially with I Did It, Grayson Waller, and the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. We had that. We had an interesting little segment with the NXT World Heavyweight Champion, Bron Breakker, and a surprisingly new challenger that's going to fight next week, or this coming Tuesday night, and that's Jinder Mahal. So interesting there. We saw Carmelo Hayes and his good buddy Trick Williams Trick getting into a little, I think he's getting his hand in a cookie jar, trying to deal with the Russian Ilya Dragunov. Now, he's got problems with JD McDonough, who came out with an eye patch. He's a pirate! He's Bojack the Pirate! Arr! So, I got that. We also heard from the lovely JC Jane about what happened last week when she basically, kicked Jannetty and, threw Gigi Jannetty through the door. Well, tried to throw it through the door. That savage kick. Whew. We got that. And a whole bunch more on NXT. And then Dynamite last night. Kind of a mid-random episode. Talking a whole bunch of storylines. We got a couple more matches announced for Revolution. That's nice. But all in all, pretty good. Mark Briscoe was in action against Josh the Goods Woods. We got all that. Then a pretty damn good main event with the women. The women in the main event. Who knew? We had Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, baby, Ruby Soho, and Toni Storm with a triple threat match that ended in a lot of chaos. So we're going to get to all that in a little bit. But the ratings came out. Raw did a 1.81, down from a 1.86. Ouch. Not much of a... I don't know NXT's ratings as of yet. I have to look them up later. But Rampage. Thinking of Rampage. Rampage tomorrow at 7 p.m. Don't forget. And live SmackDown from that shithole in Montreal at 8 p.m. We got that. And we have to acknowledge the tribal chief, Roman fucking Reigns, 900 days as champ. And counting. He ain't gonna lose it Saturday. He's not losing it at Mania. He ain't losing it ever. Hopefully not. But I still think he's losing it on day 1100. But he's got. I really want him. I think it's best for WWE to make him a over 1,000 day champ. Just me, but you know, we'll see what happens with all that. That's it. So Dynamite's rating. Wow, it took a big hit, huge hit. 824,000 views with a .27 demo. Oh my! No, I have to say it like Sulu. Oh my! Damn, that was down. I think from last week. I don't even know what last week did. But man, Dynamite's starting to suck. It's getting down to the Wednesday Night War numbers. So Tony Khan, I mean, I don't know what happened. He booked some crap last night. Besides the main event and maybe the MJF promo with Christopher Daniels, everything else was kind of mid. But that's all that, and I can only imagine what Rampage's numbers are going to be this week at 7 o'clock. I mean, they did 375,000 last week. Oof. I can only imagine this week. And then Ring of Honor is coming on TV March the 2nd. Well, not TV, but on Honor Club. You can only imagine how many people are going to be watching that. I'm not paying $9.99. Sucks to be you, because I get it for free. Because I get Ring of Honor, New Japan. I don't need Peacock, but so I got the USA Network. I get to watch that and AEW for free too. Well, not for free because I got to pay, but you know, pay the dish bill. What are you gonna do? But New Japan and Ring of Honor, I get to watch for free. So too bad for you. And that's all I got to say about that. Oh, speaking of New Japan, Battle in the Valley this weekend. Going head-to-head with Elimination Chamber. What to watch? Damn. I really want to see New Japan Battle in the Valley. I mean, Jay White versus Eddie Kingston. If in Jay White's possible last match, if he there was new stipulations to that match. If Eddie loses, he cannot wrestle for New Japan or against anybody in New Japan. Damn. And if Jay White loses, well, he's already gone from New Japan. Possibly going to WWE. Possibly. But we'll see April 4th. April 3rd. Not April 4th. April 3rd. You might see him at Stand and Deliver. We'll see. And maybe Dragon Lee, too. But in any case, we got that. That's going to be a good match. We got another classic in the Okada Tanahashi saga. They're fighting again. Not for, I don't know if it's for the belt. I'm not sure, but I think it is. But another Okada Tanahashi title match. And they put on banger after banger after banger of matches. I mean, come on. And then the main, I think, should be in the main event. My second wife, Kairi Sane, the Pirate, taking on Mercedes Moné. That's going to be a good one for the women's title. And don't say I didn't tell you, but if Mercedes wins that match, can we say Forbidden Door? And if the way it's looking, we could possibly see Mercedes Moné taking on Paige. Oh, that would be good. Paige might get her revenge for 2015 when Mercedes accidentally broke her neck. Accident. We'll see. We'll see. I don't even know when Forbidden Door even is, but I could probably see that match probably happening. Or Jade versus Mercedes Moné. That would be good, too. I'd pay for that match. But we move on. We'll see what happens after Revolution in 2 weeks. And that's pretty much it. All right. Let's get to NXT really quick, and then we'll get to Dynamite, and then we're out of here. All right. So, NXT, as always, live from the Capitol Wrestling Center in Orlando, Florida, at Nickelodeon Studios. And as always, our commentary team of the man with the creepy jacket, Vic Joseph, and the man that snorts more cocaine than Tony Montana. That's Booker T, sucker! It's true. Anyway, all right, so like I said, it's the Valentine's Day edition of NXT, and there was no love for a lot of people on that night. All right, so we started off with a in memoriam picture for Jerry Jarrett. Very nice. Dynamite did the same thing, and I can imagine that Rampage and SmackDown will do the same tomorrow night. All right, so we start off NXT with our first match of the night. I did it. Grayson Waller taking on the man from the UK, Tyler Bate, who came back about a week or so ago. Because I think most of those UK guys had visa problems. Sucks! It is what it is. Alright, this was a pretty decent match. It starts off with Waller taking Bate to the ropes to choke him down for a little bit. Then starts shouting at Shawn Michaels in the camera that he bet on the wrong horse. But anyway, Bate grabs his own foot, swings it into Waller's face. Interesting. Followed by a dropkick for a near fall. Then a quick shot lets Grayson grab a cravat with the knee to face for a near fall of his own. Then they go back and forth. Bate wins that exchange and runs Grayson over, hits a standing shooting star press for a near fall of his own. They go to the outside. Excuse me. Booker T goes on a humongous rant about how attitude will get you to WrestleMania. Okay. Something's in that coke. I don't know what he's smoking or snorting these days. I don't know. But every time I hear Booker T talk, I'm like, what are you talking about? Will you stop? You know, like Heenan with Bobby Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon. When Heenan would just go on with complete rants or something like that. Kid trying to jump out the window to escape. Are you blind? Legendary. But anyway, we move on. Waller slides back in, goes right back to the outside for a big clothesline. As we go to break, we come back. Tyler avoids the rolling stunner finisher and hits the rebound lariat for a near fall. You're not Jon Moxley. Stop it. Then a middle rope Tiger uppercut sets up the airplane spin circa 1901 for a near fall on Grayson, and Tyler is getting a little bit frustrated. Grayson comes back with a leg lariat into the unprettier for a near fall of his own, and he's getting pissed. He's like, I can't put this motherfucker away. And with nothing else working, Grayson Waller then starts tuning up the band, getting ready for that sweet chin music, but Tyler cuts him off with the bopping bang, not the Gilmore cutter, because you'll never see it coming. Then a super kick gives Tyler a near fall as Grayson grabs the rope to break the count. Tyler then tries a sunset flip, but Grayson grabs the rope for a near fall. Surprised the referee didn't see that. Oh, he did probably see that. So Waller grabs the rope for a near fall, only to have Tyler Bate break the grip of Grayson on the on the ropes, and he gets the fruit roll up. 1, 2, 3. Tyler Bate is your winner in a match that lasted under 12 minutes. Pretty decent match to start. 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. And yeah, Grayson was pissed after that, and I'll get to that in just a second. All right, so 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. Then we go to a video from earlier in the day where we see the resident virgin, Brooks Jensen. He's all worried about his Valentine's Day date with the lovely Kiana James. And, Josh Briggs comes in, and he's like, "Why are you so upset, dude? It's all right to be nervous on the first date with a hot chick with big boobs." And then he's like, "I'm fine and all, but, I never kissed a girl before." And Briggs like, "What?" And then he, gives Jensen an explanation. He talks about math. Steiner math? I don't know, maybe. Maybe it was Steiner math. Because, Jensen has a 33.3% chance of scoring with Kiana James, combined with a 66.7% chance of him actually going through with it. Anyway, and then Briggs wants to demonstrate how to kiss a woman. I'm like, oh god, no. And then Fallon, don't call me Don Henley comes in and catches him almost in the act. He's like, "What the fuck?" And then Briggs like, "I didn't mean it," and explains what's going on. And then Henley says, "Let's just keep it simple there, Jensen. When you drop off Kiana at her door, if she plays with her keys, just go for it. Go right at it. Just kiss her." And then Jensen's like, "Oh, I feel much better now." So is he gonna get the first base at least? I don't know. With the whole thing with Fallon, knowing something about Kiana, about cheating. We'll see. But that's all I gotta say about that, But hopefully Jensen gets the first base and at least gets a kiss. Gets the kiss and make out with Kiana James. He'll probably just stand there, not do anything. Kiana's like, "I'm playing with my keys." And probably get the neighbor go. It's like, "She's wiggling her keys. What are you doing?" He's like, Jensen's like, "I want to kiss you." And then the neighbor goes, "Good, kiss her. You're married." Spaceballs reference. Haha. Love Spaceballs. Great movie. And if you hate Spaceballs, there's something wrong with you. Pizza the Hut. When we move on from there. All right, so we'll see what happens with good old virgin boy Brooks Jensen and Kiana James. We move on. All right, so I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. All right, then we see the lovely Jacy Jayne going toward the ring, and then we see Grayson Waller and Shawn Michaels arguing in the gorilla position, and then Casey's walking in a camera crew right behind her, and she's like, "What the fuck?" And then we go right to the gorilla position, and Grayson Waller's yelling at Shawn Michaels. It's like, "You're an asshole, you're this and that, you should bet on me, this and that." And then Matt Bloom, Albert, gets up and has to break everything up. And then he escorts him out of the gorilla position, and Shawn's like, "Get him out of here! Get him out of here!" Then he looks at the camera, like, "Go to break! Just go to break!" Damn it, we'll do it live! And that's all I gotta say about that. And it is what it is. So I gave that segment 3.5 out of 5 stars. We move on. All right, there we see Apollo Crews. He's all upset about the visions that he has. Like, what does this mean? He's all upset about, Commander Aziz, or Gabo Kato, returning at Vengeance Day and attacking him and basically laying him out with a choke slam on a chair. So we'll see what happens with that situation. So I give that 3 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to Casey Jane with her explanation about what she did last week to Gigi Dolan. She says last week was the beginning of her story, and now it's all about her. You're not Emma. Stop. She says, I've been the talk of NXT for the last week, and my name is on the tip of everyone's tongue, among other things. She's already watched the footage back 1,000 times, so let's make it 1,001. Let's see it again. So we see that again. We see, well, doctored footage instead of the regular footage. Then we come back to JC. JC calls Gigi Dolan Marty Jannetty and says the days of Chucky are over. By the way, speaking of Chucky, I saw the female Chucky movie on Tuesday. No, was it not Tuesday? Yeah, yesterday. I saw Megan for the 4th time. And it keeps getting better every single time I see it. Great movie. Great movie. Scared the bejesus out of the woman. It is what it is. Anyway, so she says, Chucky, your days are over. And now everyone needs to listen to her carefully. And she says, screw you. I'm tired of being the third wheel in the most dominant faction in WWE history. Well, female faction, not the faction. We all know what that one is. The Shield. Oh, well, the Bloodline. Sorry, I meant the Bloodline. Anyway. It says, now, look at me now. I'm the last woman standing. So that's all good and dandy, and that's pretty much it for the promo. So Casey's basically doing a kind of Emma-like gimmick storyline where it's all about her and, like, I don't care about the ladies in the locker room. You're all beneath me, shit like that. So we'll see what happens with that. But I gave that promo 3.25 out of 5 stars. And we will roll on. All right. Then we go to the locker room with Chase U telling the resident pothead, Thea Hale, that she can talk to them about what Schism did to her last week anytime she wants. So we see Thea, she's kind of like a little, nervous and everything. She doesn't know what to do. Then she starts like pepping up like, okay, I'm good now. It's all ready to go tonight against Boogie Hogan, Tiffany Stratton. And instead of, she's not going to worry about Fear. She goes like, hi, Fear, I'm Thea Hale. And Fear's like, what? Fear's like, fuck you, bitch. But so we'll see what happens with all that. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right, then we get a video hyping up the resident surfer girl, Sol Ruka. Okay, that's pretty nice. All right, then we move on. All right, then we get to Thea Hale and Tiffany Stratton, which lasted over 3.5 minutes. Did I say 3.5 minutes? Well, I said 3 minutes. Anyway, so we see Mr. Chase and Duke Hudson at ringside. Tiffany looking amazing as always. Boogie Hogan. So we got that. So it's also with the arm dragging Tiffany down to start. Hits a running drop kick for an added bonus. And then Schism comes out in different parts of the arena to scare Thea Hale. And then Casey's like, oh, we're going to fight. We're going to kick your eye. They really didn't do anything. They just stood there like idiots, which allowed Tiffany to knock her off the apron. They get back in the ring. Tiffany knocks, Thea Hale knocks Tiffany to the floor again, sets up a suicide dive. Tope suicida! And she hits that, and then Ava Raine pops up from, I don't know if it's from another part of the crowd. Causes the distraction, which allowed Tiffany to plant Thea Hale. Then she hits the beautiful Champagne Wishes triple jump moonsault. It is great. Probably the best moonsault in all of wrestling today. All of wrestling. I'm talking about the indies too. She hits it so flawless and perfect. Picture perfect moonsault. Please, for the love of God, make her the women's champion at Stand and Deliver. Please. You know what's gonna happen. Bookie Hogan, baby. Bookie Hogan is gonna win the women's title, and she's gonna hold that for a very long time. I hope, but we'll have to see. All right, so she hits that 1, 2, 3. She gets the win, and I gave the match 3 out of 5 stars. So we'll see what happens with that and KCU and Schism coming up in the next couple weeks. All right, then we go to the back where we see Tatum Paxley and Ivy Nile talking to themselves, and then Javier Bernal, who is actually the boyfriend of Tatum Paxley, real life. I'm not kidding. He comes up, obviously let both of them be his Valentine. Pax is like, I'm taken, obviously. But Ivy's like, yeah, I'll be your Valentine. And then she chokes out Bernal. I'm like, what is we gonna get another freaking like Beth Phoenix, Great Khali love storyline? I'm like, no. Please, no. We don't need to see that. Ugh. Anyway, so Bernal gets choked out, and then we hear a voice coming from like a box or something like that. I don't know where it came from. Paxley and Ivy Nile like looking at a box. I'm like, what the fuck are they looking at a box for? And then we hear a voice. We don't know who it is at first, but then it sounded like Isla Dawn. So she pops up to threaten both ladies who are not pleased. They are pissed. So looks like we're gonna get a tag team match between the Witches of NXT. That's Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. Taking on Tatum Paxley and Ivy Nile soon, I guess. But you know, Isla Dawn being that witch, she just projects her voice into a box. She's a witch. This is the witching hour. You know, great In This Moment song, by the way. I can't wait to get that new shirt. The Wings shirt. I can't wait to get it. I'm ordering it this weekend, actually. I should be getting it in 2 weeks. Because it's pre-order. It's supposed to ship on March 6th. So. And it only cost me $49. You know, I could buy another one if I want. I could buy the other one from the Maria Brink website called Gather. I could, but I don't want to. I got bills to pay. So. Can't get them all. I'd love to, but I can't. And yeah, I do got a job. Even if it's part-time. It's still a job. Whether it be at home or in an office or whatever it is. In retail, who cares? It's still a job. I still make more than you in an hour. Eat it and reap, bitch. That's it. At least I can buy my own clothes. And I still look good. Oh, he's Italian. He's white. Of course I'm white. I mean... Oh, you should get a tan. Not all Italians are this white, you know? They do have tans. Just so jealous of my looks. Because you look like a fucking meth addict. None of you are pretty, dude. I didn't say I'm the prettiest guy in the world, but I would look better than you. And you know it. And I've accomplished more things in my life than you motherfuckers that are 28, 32, even younger than that. I've accomplished more in my life, and I still got more to accomplish in my life than you motherfuckers have done in your pathetic life. So all you do is just jerk off on YouTube. Just jerk off to me because you think you can scare me, you think you can do this and that. And I personally don't care. I personally don't care, but your threats are going to come back to bite you. Trust me on that. We move on. All right, so let's just move on. All right, after that whole Javier Bernal crap and then Isla Dawn projecting her voice to a box, we'll get to our next match. We have A-Kid, Axiom, taking on Damon Kemp. And this is the fallout from Kemp attacking Axiom and Tyler Bate a couple weeks ago. Match was filler match. Another 3.5 minute suckfest. Did I say 3 minutes? Starts off with Axiom going right at Damon Kemp to start, and Booker T starts talking about the Matrix. If I wanted to learn about the Matrix, I would freaking go read about it on Google or see the 4 movies. But it is what it is. The last Matrix movie wasn't even that good anyway. I hate to say that because I like Keanu Reeves movies, and I can't wait till John Wick 4 comes out. Ooh, that's going to be good. That's going to be good. There's a lot of good movies coming out in the next couple months. Dungeons and Dragons, which looks okay. I'm not looking forward to it. But what I am looking forward to is Rise 2. Oh, it's called Evil Dead, not Evil Rise. Sorry, Evil Dead 2. Which is called Evil Dead Rise. And if you haven't seen the first one of the reboot, I can't wait, man. I cannot wait. We coming to get you, Barbara. That's gonna be good shit, man. That's gonna be good. I can't wait for that. There's a movie by Marvel coming out called Blue Beetle. Okay. Ant-Man's coming out pretty soon. Transformers Rise of the Beast is coming out. I might see that. There's another one. Well, Fast 10 is coming out. We probably will not see that. I care less about the franchise. But yeah, John Wick 4 is probably the next movie I'm going to see. Maybe Ant-Man. I might see Ant-Man. I already saw the last one, which is okay. But in any event, we move on. That's you. Alright, so after Booker T starts talking about the Matrix, Action goes for a big kick to head, and he missed. Damon goes outside the ring, and then Action hits a Tope Suicida! They get back in, Damon snaps off a wheelbarrow suplex, and Axum's in trouble in a hurry. Then he hits a released German suplex, then he does it again, and then Axiom gets knocked to the floor, but Axiom goes right back with some strikes, goes back inside, but his high crossbody is rolled through for a near fall. Then Damon hits another German suplex for a near fall, but Axiom comes back, hits him right in the face. Then he hits the golden ratio, 1, 2, 3. Axiom is your winner. Match was alright, 3 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Then we'll move on. Alright, then we see some Instagram posts about Brooks Jensen and Kiana James' Valentine's Day date. Seemed like it went well. Then we see Fallon Henley. She's with Briggs, and she has to tell Brooks Jensen what's going on. So I think her and Briggs are gonna go to Kiana James' house and probably cock block Jensen from getting the first base. You sons of you fucking bitch. Let's go, Code! You'll find out why it's not Go Code in a minute. But we move on with that. Alright, then we see Grayson Waller on his Instagram live video. He's been thrown out of the building, and he's ranting about Shawn Michaels, saying there is no more Heartbreak Kid, and he runs NXT right now. So there's a big, huge tease, possibly for Stand and Deliver with Grayson Waller and HBK. People don't want to see HBK in the ring, but I think they're teasing something along the lines of that. Or maybe Grayson has a loser leaves NXT match with somebody, and Grayson loses that and goes right to the main roster after WrestleMania. Because it'll make no sense if, well, I don't think it'll make sense if they have a loser leaves NXT match and Grayson beats HBK, so HBK is gone from actually being the owner of NXT. Makes no sense. I mean, we'll have to see what happens with that, but I wouldn't mind HBK and Grayson Waller because I think it sells itself. It sells Stand and Deliver right there. It'll sell tickets. But people don't want HBK in the ring for what happened at in his last match, which I think was the Saudi Arabia show when him and Triple H fought Taker and Kane, which wasn't a great match at all. Oh, don't even start with that match. That was probably the worst freaking Taker match I ever seen, next to the Giant Gonzalez match at WrestleMania 9. Oh, no. Don't talk about that match, please. It's ridiculous. 4 guys that really didn't have it that night. They shouldn't have had that match there. But I digress. We move on. All right. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. All right. Then we go to the ring with the champ. The champ is here. No, not Cena. He didn't come out, that bitch. Braun Breaker. He comes out for a little chat. Says it doesn't feel right around here because his next challenge feels even bigger than Grayson Waller in the cage at Vengeance Day. And the match that everyone wants to see is Breaker versus him, meaning Carmelo, because Carmelo is him. No, not the band Him. Great band, by the way. He meant Carmelo, but he didn't say him by name. And then Jinder Mahal, and in this year, they actually came out. You know, Veer and Sangha. They come out to interrupt. Breaker's like, oh, I wasn't expecting you to come out. So Jinder says you have to expect the unexpected. So they get inside the ring. Jinder talks about the stress that Braun has been under for basically a year now, being the champ for almost a year. And then he asks Braun if this is what you expected as champ. Braun's like, yeah, pretty much. And then Jinder's like, you must be deaf if you don't hear the small pocket of fans booing you. Possible heel turn? Jinder says you either die a hero or you become the villain. Heard that before. Braun says the fans can think whatever they want. And then Mahal's like, see, there it is. I was waiting for you to say that. That's the arrogance. No, not the Rick the Model Martel's cheap, crappy cologne. Arrogance. Rick the Model Martel should be in the Hall of Fame. He's not. Why? Vince! I mean, not Vince. Well, Vince particularly. But at least somebody that I actually like will be in the Hall of Fame, and that's Cyndi Lauper. There's a big rumor that she's going to be in the Hall of Fame this year. I love it. Who's going to induct her, though? Probably. I would love to have Becky Lynch dressed as Cyndi Lauper from The Rock. Well, not with The Rock show, Young Rock. Inducting Cyndi Lauper. That would be epic. Becky as 1980 Cyndi Lauper. That would be freaking epic. I would mark out. We'll see. We shall see what happens with that. But there's rumors that Michelle McCool is going to go in the Hall of Fame. I'm okay with that. It should be Melina or Tara, Lisa Marie Varon, Victoria, or Gail Kim or Mickie James. I guess we'll have to wait another 5-10 years for that. Or maybe 20 more years for Miss Elizabeth to get in the Hall of Fame. At least the Macho Man's there. It took him a while, but he's there. Right, Randy? Oh, yeah, Macho Man in the Hall of Fame. Drop elbows on those Hall of Famers in heaven. Ain't that right, Miss Elizabeth? Elizabeth? That's right, Randy. By the way, speaking of Macho Man Randy Savage, his hit album, Be a Man, Hogan, is being re-released. Why? Okay. So if you never had it before, you could go get it again. I already have it, so it's great. Be a man, Hogan. Don't fuck the man. Be a man, Hogan. See, if Hogan was smart, he's not. He would have came out with like a diss track to Macho Man's Be a Man. What would you call it? Brother? Something like that. Get Rick Derringer to play the track or something like that. And maybe he'd be on bass. Well, at the time, you could have got Mean Gene to probably sing Tutti Frutti or something like that. Not Tutti Frutti, Rock and Roll Hichiku from the wrestling album Chew. Power Driver! Great song. Great album. I think the wrestling album 2 is better than 1. And anything after that, Forcible Entry, wrestling. I mean, WWE the Music Volume 2, 3, 5, 10, whatever. You can't. There's nothing that can top a wrestling album 2. Can't. Any of the theme songs that are out now. Well, besides now, you got the Kingdom. Kingdom by that guy named Cody Rhodes. Adrenaline in my soul. Cody Rhodes is gonna lose. Pretty much that. Then you got Roman's theme, which is freaking epic, like a final boss theme. Not even final boss. Not final boss. Not even ultimate boss. I'm talking more ultimate than ultimate boss. It was unlimited power on unlimited HP. You thought it was 9,999? Not even close. It's like not even. I was gonna say Thanos level, but not even Thanos. Maybe Galactus. Not even Galactus. Galactus will get his ass handed to him by Thanos. I mean, it is what it is. But Roman's on like ultimate freaking boss level right now. Like ultimate than ultimate boss level. And even if you. It was like, if he was a Final Fantasy character, there's no way you could beat him with more ultimate than ultimate weapons and armor and spells and shit like that. Karaja couldn't even save you. I'm being honest. Roman Reigns would fuck the shit out of Sephiroth. Not like that, but, he would fucking kill Sephiroth with one fucking Superman punch. Even Ultimecia from Final Fantasy VIII. Even Kuja from Final Fantasy IX. Sin from Final Fantasy X. Even the ultimate bosses and Aeons. Ooh. Roman would have a field day in Final Fantasy if he was a boss. How do we beat him? He's unbeatable. There's one way, but we can't tell you. But it is what it is. All right, let's move back to Jinder my balls. All right, so Jinder says the tides are changing, and I want to face you for the NXT Championship next week. And Jinder has already held the NXT Championship one time before, and that was when he first started in FCW/NXT. He was the second champion. If you didn't know that, now you do. Braun's like, I'm in. And he tells Jinder that he doesn't need to waste time with the new 3-man band. Ooh. He says, hey, which one of you play the guitar? I'm like, oh, come on, really? 3MB reference. I'm like, that hurts Heath Slater. He's got kids. Come on. Bitch. Anyway, Jinder says he still like Braun. He'll still like Braun after taking his belt. Okay. So we'll see what happens this Tuesday night on the program. Jinder My Balls taking on Braun Breaker for the NXT World Championship. He's going to win? No. I think Braun's going to win because I think the Creed brothers were getting involved again because of the whole thing with them and Indus Sher, blah, blah, blah. That feud's going to continue on. So I think Braun's going to retain the title and go all the way to Stand and Deliver and hopefully lose to Carmelo Hayes. Please, for the love of God, make Carmelo Hayes the champ. Give Christian Casanova his due and put some respect on his name. But we'll see what happens after that. All right, moving on. Where are we here? I don't even know where we are. Where are we? I don't know. Anyway, all right, after that, we go to the back where we see the former women's tag team champions, Kaden Carter and Kacy Catanzaro. They were with Mackenzie Mitchell. They confirmed that they are down to face Roxy and her new partner, the final boss herself, Meiko Satomura. And then we see Roxy meeting Meiko at the airport. Okay, I got that. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right, then we see Wesley going in the ring for his open challenge for the North American title. We saw him walking before the segment. We see Tony D, Stacks, and Dominic Dijak watching. So he gets to the ring, and he's waiting for who's going to take him up on his offer, on his open challenge. And then, my cousin, get in here, my cousin. Get in here, Paisan. Hey, Paisan. My cousin, Tony D'Angelo, who buys you chicken Parmesan Hero for $2. Along with the underboss, Stacks. Channing Stacks Lorenzo. He comes out to accept, but then Dijak jumps him from behind. And grabs him in the chokehold, and Stacks is like, what do I do? I don't know what to do. I thought he was gonna go and take the match, and then let Tony get beat up, and then referees and agents are coming out to break the fight up, and Stacks still don't know what to do, and he jumps in to save Tony D. We get that, and then while that's going on, Wesley gets kicked right in the face by Von Wagner. Don't! I'm like, oh, come on. So we get an impromptu North American title match. Von Wagner with Robbie E. Takes on Wesley. Match was okay. Not great. So Wesley tries to fight back. Tries to flip away in the corner, only to get dropped face first on the apron. Ow. And then, Von Wagner's beating up Wesley on the outside, throwing him into the announce table a little bit. Did I hit Vic Joseph? Damn. And then Robbie E's like, hey, you gotta throw him in the ring to win, you idiot! And then Wagner's like, don't tell me what to do, I know! So I'm thinking, yeah, they're gonna break up pretty soon. So we got a clothesline for a near fall in the ring. To get back up, Wesley ducks a big boot, which sets up a standing moonsault, which staggers the big man. Then Wesley hits a tornado DDT, or goes for it. It gets pulled out of mid-air. Wagner then face plants him hard for a near fall. Then he picks up Wesley in a gorilla press slam. Wesley slips out of it, hits not one, not two, not even three, but 4 straight super kicks. Wait, it ain't a super kick party. You are not invited to the Young Bucks super kick party. You smoke a lot of weed. But anyway, hits him with 4 straight super kicks. Then goes up top, goes in the corner, hits the cardiac kick. 1, 2, 3. Wesley, still your North American champion in under 5 minutes. Match was meh. Give it 3 out of 5 stars. So see what happens with that. But looks like we're going to get Tony D and Stacks going against Dijak. So that feud is going to continue. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. And Wesley, who his next challenger is going to be for the North American title. I would not be surprised if it was a fatal 4-way match at Stand and Deliver for the title. We have Wesley, Dijak, Tony D, and Stacks. Let's see what happens with that. We move on. All right, we go to the back with the resident security guard, Hank Walker, who has some new gear as a singlet, but he doesn't have his boots, so he's wearing his old boots. Then we see Drew Gulak there. He's like, I knew that was going to happen, so I'm going to give you my silver boots. So he's like, you better put them on because your match is next. So we get that. So I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. So then we get Charlie Dempsey, Hank Walker again. Why? Drew Gulak's there. Match lasted under 2 minutes, so if you want to go to the bathroom, you could do it. By the time he came back, the match was over. Really, nothing really of notice. Walker tries a Fujiwara armbar. Mr. Regal's son, Charlie Dempsey, reverses it into his head and leg stretch, the Regal stretch, and once again, Hank Walker tapped out and farted. No, he tapped out. Under 2 minutes. Match I did not care about. I give it 2.25 out of 5 stars. After the match, Dempsey reapplies the hold, but Drew Gulak gets in the ring and just stands there. And then they have an epic stare down for a little bit, and then they both leave the ring together. So imagine that tag team. That'd probably be the most technical tag team in all of wrestling. That'd be a great tag team. But we'll see what happens with that. And Hank Walker can just fuck off. And that's that. And we move on. All right, then we go to the locker room. Von Wagner is pissed about his loss to Wes Lee. Robbie E's trying to reason with him, and he blames Von for not having a connection to anyone, even the WWE Universe. Nobody fucking likes this guy. I don't like him. And Vince McMahon wanted to bring him up to the main roster. He was going to be on SmackDown, and they had a decent feud with Solo Sikoa, and then he went nowhere, and he's still going nowhere. Get him out of here. And he's like, Robbie's like, you don't connect to anyone. You need to break the walls down. Nice Jericho reference. And basically, Robbie's like, Von, help me help you. I'm like, how the fuck are you going to help him? This big monster guy, who we all thought might have been at least a North American champion, but they're like treating him like a fucking piece of garbage. He's garbage in the ring, garbage on the mic. He was good when Sophia Cromwell was with him, and then they brought her up and basically make a mockery out of her. She still looks great, but they have a stupid fucking gimmick and named her Maxine Dupree. And a stupid fucking faction with Mansoor and Mace. I mean, come on. Stupid. Why did you bring her up and do that gimmick? With Eli Drake got involved in that, Max Dupree. And how long did that last? Not that long. It lasted like maybe a month or two. And Eli hated that gimmick. Thank the Lord he's back now as LA Knight. Well, thank the Lord for that. But Maxine Dupree should just get rid of the faction, get rid of them. Let Sophia Cromwell go back to NXT and be the manager, valet, girlfriend, whatever you want to do with her. To Von Wagner, get Robbie E out of the picture. It's simple, but WWE's stupid, too stupid to do that. Morons. It is what it is. All right, so we'll see what happens if Robbie E if Von Wagner can help Robbie E help him. I don't think so. And that's it. All right, then we go to a nice, funny segment with the NXT Tag Team Champions, Gallus. That's Wolfgang and Mark Coffey. I don't know what happened to the other guy, the other Coffey brother. I think he's injured. But anyway, they're in the pool hall, playing pool, billiards, and then, the Yes Boys, Pretty Deadly come in, and they start talking, it's like, oh, we're better at pool than you guys, and they're like, oh yeah? So a pool game breaks out. Pretty Deadly thinks they won, but then Gal's like, you put the wrong ball in the wrong hole. Because they're playing stripes and solids, and they put the solid in the pocket. You didn't win, idiot. Because they didn't know the rules. Anyway, Gallus wins pretty easily. So Pretty Deadly's like, we want to do it again. We want a rematch. We can beat you. We know we can beat you. And the deal is we see Pretty Deadly buying drinks for Gallus, trying to make them drunk so they lose. Not working. So, they kind of make a deal. It's like, well, if we keep buying you drinks, can we keep playing? Sure, we'll get drunk, but we'll still play. And we'll give you a tag team title shot if you win. Well, Pretty Deadly lost about 7 games in a row. And then the bill comes, it's like maybe $1,000 bill. I don't know what it was. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean? How are we gonna pay this? And then Gal's like, lads, if you wanted a tag team title shot, all you had to do was ask. And they give them the shots anyway. So I don't know if that's gonna be in a couple weeks or it's gonna be at Stand and Deliver. I would do it at Stand and Deliver. That's just me. I would give it back to the Yes Boys. unless they're going to go to the main roster after WrestleMania, which could possibly happen. I wouldn't be mad about that. I'd love to see freaking the Yes Boys on Raw. Really should be SmackDown, but ooh. See what happens with that. So I give that 3.25 out of 5 stars. All right. Then we go to back with the Russian Ilya Dragunov with Mackenzie Mitchell talking about how pain makes you feel alive. Really? Pain makes me hurt. Pain is not a good thing to have because it hurts. Depending on what pain you have. I got a pain in my dick from banging Rosa so much. But I digress. 15 goddamn years. Fuck. Our anniversary is coming up in basically in about 6-7 weeks. 15 goddamn years with that woman. Damn. I love her. What are you gonna do? Oh, you married Shrek. Big fucking deal. At least I'm married. At least I'm with somebody. At least I'm getting laid. Unlike you dumb fucks. You can't get a woman because you're fat! The son of a bitch is fucking fat! Okay, Scott. Okay. Just calm down. Calm down. Don't tell me to calm down! I'll make him bleed! Okay, Scott. Calm down. Calm down. He's fat! Okay. Stop! Some people can't find their dick because it's so small. You have to chew. They have to use Blue Chew. Because they can't get it up. They can't get a woman. Because they smell and they haven't took a shower in about 5 years. At least I look good. Whether I be with a shirt on or off. Because you whack off to me when I have a shirt on or off. Doesn't matter. You're jerking off to me. That's the only way you can actually get off. So you're welcome. But just make sure you clean yourself up. Don't splash on me, dude. I don't go that way. Just saying. All right, so that was a pretty good segment. 3.5 out of 5 stars. So anyway, so Dragunov talks about pain makes you feel alive. Promises to hurt JD McDonough again. Then we cut to the arena where we see Trick Williams in the ring calling out Dragunov. Says, "You ain't got the balls to come out here." So Dragunov's like, "Well, fuck you. I'm gonna get out of here." Takes him a while to get to the ring. Trick promises to drop him like a mixtape. Not even a good one. Dragunov comes out and tells Trick, says Trick is an entertaining life of the party. And then he knocks the crap out of Trick Williams. And then JD McDonough, with an eye patch over his eye, says that, "You hurt my retina! You tore my retina!" Again? And he starts threatening Dragunov, which allows Trick to get in a cheap shot. And then next week, they're going to have a match. Okay. So the ever-going JD McDonough Ilya Dragunov saga continues. Now you throw in Trick Williams in for shits and giggles. Okay. Speaking of that, after the break, Trick Williams comes up to Carmelo and brags about what he just did. Melo's not liking it so much. Foreshadowing? I don't know. We got that. All right, so that was that. So I gave the Trick Williams, that whole segment, 3 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to the conclusion of the Kiana James, Brooks Jensen Valentine's Day. So we see Jensen walking Kiana to her front door after the date. Seemed like it went well. Jensen then gives her astronomy trivia, which basically he failed. Come on. Then he sees Kiana playing with her keys. You know, and when Fallon said, "Go for it." So he goes in for the kiss. And then we see Fallon Henley and Josh Briggs show up. How long? Have they been following him the whole night? We didn't even see that, but... So then Fallon starts yelling. He's like, "Stop!" And then Henley brings up the phone call. It's like you're cheating on him. And Jensen's like, "Is that true? That's not true. It can't be true." And then Kiana's like, you idiot! When I said I love you, Zach, from a few weeks ago, I was meaning my brother James. Well, not James, sorry. Her brother, not James, her brother's not named James, probably don't know. Maybe it's James, I don't know. So, he's like, I was saying I love you to my brother, who pops up at the door. I don't think we saw him, I'm not sure. So Kiana then just runs right in, and basically Jensen is pissed that he got cock-blocked by Fallon Henley. And everybody else in NXT land is pissed off at Fallon Henley because it didn't have a happy ending. And I'm not talking about that. Well, I guess we can call that a happy ending. He didn't get to kiss the girl. He got cock blocked. Damn. So we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully, I think it's gonna come to a nice, good ending where eventually Jensen will kiss Fallon Henley. Or not Fallon. He'll kiss Kiana James. Maybe pop his cherry. Maybe we'll see a segment during the hotel room where Kiana is half naked and they're about to do it and he gets nervous. Maybe he comes too early. I don't know. We'll have a whole American Pie 1 thing. Nadia. I got reserves. I mean, you would come in your pants too if you had a freaking Nadia in your bed masturbating. Not me, because I don't do that, man. I go all night long, and if I did come fast, I'm ready. I'm ready for seconds, thirds, fourths, fifths. I go rounds with Nadia. But I digress. Fuck me, geek. Affirmative. Anyway. Alright, we move on. So, I gave the cock blocking segment 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get what's coming on Tuesday. Like I said, Ginger My Balls versus Braun Breaker for the NXT title. And then we have Trick Williams versus Ilya Dragunov. We got that. So it should be a pretty decent episode on NXT this Tuesday night as we're on the road to Roadblock on March the 7th. So we got a little bit of a roadblock, no pun intended, before we get to Stand and Deliver on April the 1st, starting at 1 p.m. I don't know why they would... Yeah, it's going to be in a performance center because I can't do it in LA. Because that'll be like at 10 o'clock in the morning. No, who's going to go to a wrestling event at 10 o'clock in the morning? In LA, mind you. I mean, if it was in New York, yeah, you do it at 1 p.m. I mean, we've seen house shows going at 1 p.m. Ring of Honor has done house shows in the Hammerstein Ballroom, or the Grand Ballroom at times, at 1 p.m. Even pay-per-views in the Hammerstein Ballroom for Ring of Honor have been early. It is what it is. Move on. All right, now we go to your main event of the evening. Meiko Satomura and Roxy taking on Casey Catanzaro and Kaden Carter. It's a pretty decent match. Lasted a long time. Lasted like 10.5 minutes. I'm not going to go through all of it because I'm going to get to Dynamite. But we're getting to the end. Everything breaks down. All 4 women in the ring. Roxy gets knocked to the floor. Michael comes right back with the moonsault knees to Casey Catanzaro, followed by a Pele kick to Kaden Carter. Roxy then comes back in off the tag, hits Pop Rocks on Kaden Carter. 1, 2, 3. They get the win. Pretty decent main event. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. So we get that. And then they celebrate in the ring. And then they look at each other. And Michael gets on the mic and says, well, I did favor for you. You must do favor for me. We have sushi. No. So then Michael looks at the title and says, I want that. So we're going to get that at Roadblock in 2 weeks for the title. And Roxy's like, it would be an honor. So Roxy now has to face the final boss. That's Meiko Satomura on March the 7th before she goes on to whatever she's going to do at Stand and Deliver. And I hope after Roxy wins, we get Tiffany Stratton come out for either a stare down or a beat down. But we shall see what happens with that. All right, so that ends NXT. It was a pretty decent episode, and I gave NXT a solid 6 out of 10 stars. It wasn't great, but still, there you go. All right, let's quickly go right into Rampage. Dynamite. So Dynamite came your way live last night from the Sam's Auto Arena in Laredo, Texas. Scared them Cowboys that night. And as always, we had Excalibur, the man behind the mask, Excalibur, Tony Baloney, Schiavone, the very legendary commentator he is, that's you, and the man from Red Cook Brother, Met Fan himself, Kaz. Alright, so we are a week away, about a month away from Revolution, a couple weeks away, not even a month. About a couple weeks away from Revolution. Only had one match on the card so far. That's Bryan Danielson and MJF in a 60-minute Iron Man match for the world title. So hopefully we'll get the rest of the card building. Like I said, we had 3 new matches added. Knowing Tony Khan, there'll be like 18 more. That's including the pre-show. Move on that. Alright, so we get a in memoriam to Jerry Jarrett. That was pretty nice. Alright, we start off with an 8-man tag team match player. We had Jeff J-E-F-J-A-R-E-T, Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal Black Machismo. We had Sanjay Dutt, the original player from the Himalaya, and the big man himself, Satnam Singh, as they take on the All-Atlantic champion, Orange Cassidy, freshly squeezed, and the acclaimed of Max Caster, Anthony Bones, and Daddy Ass, Billy Gunn. And just remember, ladies, Sesame, mommy ass! All night long. Alright, so this was kind of a corny match. It was weird. It was like moments where everybody started tagging each other. Like, if I was in the crowd, I'm like, are we gonna wrestle or we're gonna tag each other all night? The fuck? Come on! And they were like, oh, we're gonna just tag each other. We're just gonna fuck you. Reminds me of that time I was at Tier 1 Wrestling, Meteora, and they were doing a segment. Everybody, like 15 people were talking. I'm like, and then you can hear me. It's on the DVD. If you, they have DVDs. Well, Tier 1 Wrestling, I think, is extinct, and the website is extinct. But anyway, I think it might be still on YouTube. I'm not sure. But type in Tier 1 Wrestling Meteora from Brooklyn, and there's a I don't know. I think it was right before the main event. There was like 8 people talking, and then you over here you see me in the crowd. They don't pan to me or anything. You just see me in the crowd. And I go, are we gonna wrestle or are we gonna talk? And then there was an African American guy. I don't know who he was. I think it was somebody from Milk Chocolate. I'm not sure. But anyway, he got like looks at me and says, we're gonna talk first. I'm like, ah, fuck, and everybody, all the crowd's like, oh, you got owned. And I go, shut up, I didn't get owned. Fuck you. I don't care. You can't own me even on the fucking segment. Shut up. I could have gotten in the ring, kicked your ass, and give you a Gilmore cutter. Fuck you. But that was like 7 years ago. I'm retired. Anyway, move on. Alright, so yeah, Daddy Ass and the Acclaimed and Orange Cassidy against Lethal and Company. And like I said, it was kind of boring, and everybody was freaking tagging each other. Max Caster's rap was funny. Mentions Jeff. He's like, I'm sorry about what happened, and blah, blah, blah. He says, I thought he was going to really like go low and talk about, Jeff's dad, and I was like, don't do that. And then, like, part of the rap he mentions TNA Lockdown. That was funny. But anyway, match was kind of boring, 9-minute match, and it ends with something Singh cleans house, and he gets dropped with a famouser by Daddy Ass. Max Caster then loads up Sesame Timbers on Sanjay, and then there was like a whole bunch of switches and saves, including Orange Cassidy giving Sanjay the lazy kicks of doom. Oh! Then eventually, Bones goes up top, hits the leg drop, and the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass and OC get the pin and the win in 9 minutes exactly. Match was like, 2.5 out of 5 stars. I thought it was a corny way to start the show. And I was like, yep, Tony Khan's booking this crap. Fuck! Why did they start with that? That should be in the middle of the show. Or at the death slot, maybe. Anyway, move on. Alright, then we gotta look back at MJF beating the living crap out of a bloody Bryan Danielson last week. And then we see Danielson afterwards. He's all ready for MJF at Revolution. And he's saying, MJF, you're scared. Stuff like that. So we'll see what happens with that. We're going to hear from Maxwell a little bit later in the show. All right, match number 2, we had Los Ingobernables de, well, the Facción de Ingobernables of Bruce and Preston Vance, number 10, taking on the BCC, the Blackpool Cook Club of Ring of Honor champion Claudio Castagnoli and Jon Moxley. What the fuck was that? Oh, okay. Okay. There was an ad that popped up on my computer. Scared the fuck out of me. No, I didn't. Anyway, this was a tornado tag team match, and I gotta get through this because I got 5% on my phone. But in the end, the cross armbreaker makes Preston tap, so they get the win. Got that. So I give that 3 out of 5 stars. All right, then we see Kip Sabian and the Butcher and the Blade jump Hangman Page in the back. And then the Dark Order had to break it up. After that, we had Jim Ross. Well, give me one... I thought it was over there. Shit. Anyway, then we had Jim Ross sitting down with Wardlow, saying that he's going to put Joe in the hospital. He's coming after him, stuff like that for what he did to him. Well, we got that. I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Then we got Mark Briscoe and Josh the Goods Woods with Tony Nese and Smart Mark Sterling at ringside. There's a part of the match where Tony Nese gets and Ari Daivari get involved, and then the Lucha Brothers, Pentagon Zero Miedo, gets involved with Rey Fenix to take them out. I'm like, okay, that was weird. In any event, Mark Briscoe wins the match with Froggy Rowe to get his second win in AEW, and now he is officially All Elite. Love it. I love it. Thank you, Tony Khan. Thank you. But it's great to see Mark Briscoe with the Ring of Honor tag team belt still. Well, what are they going to do with him? We'll see. All right, so I gave that 3.25 out of 5 stars. That's that. All right, after that, we got Renee Paquette, sitting down with Adam Cole, baby! Talks about how his body's healing up after the many concussions he had since last year. He's talking about he's able to look around without being in pain so much. He's looking around at the roster, knows he has to be better than everybody. He's going to be ready for them. So we got that. So he has some people that he has in mind to face in his first match at Revolution. We don't know who it might be, but I can't wait for that. And I gave that 3.5 out of 5 stars. So we'll see in the next coming weeks, maybe next week or so with Adam Cole, baby. That's that. All right, then we got MJF for a chat, insults the Spanish people. Then he goes into a rant about abortion, which I thought was just really dumb. Brings up Bryan Danielson. Then he calls out Christopher Daniels, who knows him like the back of his hand because he's Daniels' mentor. And then Danielson says, let's make one thing clear. MJF gave him a whole bunch of money. I'm like, the badmouth Danielson, blah, blah, blah. And then Danielson goes to beat up MJF. MJF kicks his ass. And then Danielson makes the save. So it was an okay segment. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. We got that. After that, we see the Ass Boys bragging about winning the tag team belts last week without having to work on the indies for $10 even and a handshake. So a little Creator Pro, maybe Wrestle Pro dig. Stupid. Got that. Can't even see how much power I got left. I got 4%. All right. We're still going to go. All right. After that, we go to Brian Cage and Jungle Man Jack Perry with my good friend Prince Nana of the Embassy at ringside. Pretty decent match. In the end, Jungle Man Jack Perry gets a surprising roll-up pin on Brian Cage. Gets the win. Match I gave 3 out of 5 stars. After the match, Jungle Boy goes up the ramp. Then we hear Christian. His music pops up. He comes out. It still has his arm in a sling, so he's still kind of injured. Oh, so we thought. And he sprays mace in Jungle Boy's face. Then he takes off the sling. I'm all fine. I'm better now. I'm 100%. Then he hits the kill switch on the stage. So that feud now reignites, and we'll probably see that at Revolution. We're not official yet, but we'll get that. All right. So we get that. All right. Then Renee Young announces that the Guns will defend the tag team belts in a fatal four-way match in a triple threat match at Revolution. And no, I was right. Fatal four-way match. And the opponents will be determined by not one, but two tag team battle royals. Next week, this Wednesday, we got a traditional battle royal. Next week, the following week, we got a casino battle royale. And the winners will go to Revolution and a fatal four-way match for said titles. We see the Acclaim come in and say, invoking a rematch clause. So we're going to make it a four-way, like I said. So I don't know who's going to win that tag team battle royale. I hope it's FTR, but who's the other team? Maybe the Lucha Brothers, but see what happens with that. And we move on. All right, so I gave that 3.25 out of 5 stars. All right, then we got the Elite with basketballs. Then in the back, they go up they meet up with Top Flight and AR Fox, also with basketballs. So they challenge the Elite to another trios tag team title match on Rampage Slam Dunk tomorrow night. So the Elite, they accept, and then Brandon Cutler gets knocked in the nuts by Matt Jackson. Then we see a little blip of the House of Black appearing. So it looks like we're going to see the House of Black possibly against the Elite at Revolution. I already called that in advance. So probably see new trios tag team champions, possibly. We'll see. So I gave that 3.5 out of 5 stars. After that, we go to Hangman Adam Page and Kip Sabian in a ridiculous, boring as fuck match. 6.5 minute match. The Hangman wins with Deadeye. Match I gave 3 out of 5 stars. After the match, the Blackpool Cup Club come out to talk to Adam Page. Moxley says this issue is over. Page is like, no, this isn't over. We're going to have one more match at Revolution when one man cannot stand. I was thinking Last Man Standing. And then Moxley's like, you have no friends. And then the Dark Order come out. Evil Uno and the Beaver Boys, Alex Reynolds and Johnny Hungy come out. Moxley then challenges Adam Page to a Texas death match. And then he leaves. And Adam Page is pissy at the Dark Order. And this Wednesday night, we got Evil Uno and Mox. Ridiculous match that's going to be. But you know that Texas Death Match is going to be... Both men are going to be bleeding in the first 2 minutes of the match. And Adam Page is undefeated in that match, so... We got all that. So I gave that 3.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we got the Jericho Appreciation Society saying Ricky Starks isn't facing Jericho again. That's a lie. But, Starks is going to face Daniel Garcia on Rampage. Got that. We got Sophie Hathaway, Matt Hardy, Ethan Page, and Isaiah Cassidy. We find out that Hook has been suspended pending an investigation from what happened last week. Stupid. Anyway, then we get to the main event for the women. Britt Baker Baby, Ruby Soho, and Toni Storm. Triple threat match. Pretty chaotic. In the end, Ruby Soho gets the win with a roll-up on Britt Baker. So we get that. Match I gave 3 out of 5 stars. After the match, Saraya, Jamie Hayter started yelling at Ruby. He was like, stop! And then she mentions that she wants the title at Revolution. So it looks like we're going to get a triple threat or possibly a fatal four-way match at Revolution. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. All right, so Dynamite was pretty decent. I gave it a solid 7 out of 10 stars. And that's all I got to say about that. So I got to go because my battery's about to die. So thanks for watching, everybody. And until next time, go fuck yourselves. And we got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. Adios. And we'll see you again probably tomorrow or probably tomorrow for Elimination Chamber predictions. And that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Peace.